The health and medical information provided during this webinar, as well as the questions and responses from the webinar providers, are solely for informational purposes. This content is not intended to take the place of advice or treatment from health professionals. Nothing presented in the webinar is intended to be used for medical evaluation, diagnosis, or treatment. It is not intended to substitute for your relationships with your own healthcare and pharmaceutical providers. Always seek the advice of your healthcare provider before beginning any new treatment, or if you have questions regarding a medical condition.
Okay, let's go ahead and just talk about what you're going to receive. The first is the vial of medication. This is just a blank just for demonstration use today. When you receive the medication, they're going to come with the different instructions on how to store the medication and how to keep the medication. So please look at the labeling on the bottle. Please call the pharmacy or ask your doctor with any questions that you may have. This is going to be a syringe. I'll hold this up a little bit more close for you so that you can see. This is a 50-unit syringe. So these are going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Those are going to be the increments. But if you actually look at the other side, you can see that there's even single unit increments. So you're not limited to loading 5 or 10 or 15 units. You could load 4 units. You could load 7 units. You could load 9 units. You could load 22 units. So that's the power of the injection, that you have some flexibility in how to utilize the medication and how much to inject into your penis. So I don't have any swabs today, but you'll open the swab and you'll go ahead and clean the tip, not with your thumb, but let's pretend my thumb is a swab. These are going to be reusable, so that's why you want to clean the tip. You'll go ahead and remove and expose the needle. You can see that this is actually a very tiny, small, and short and thin needle, which is great for performing injections into the penis. You're going to go ahead and look at your chart that you created from the last injection or from the discussion that you had from your provider. And you're going to identify the dosage of the medicine and prepare and understand what you're going to load the medication to. And let's try to look at this underneath the screen if we can, a little bit better here. You can see here that there's going to be a black stopper here. You're going to want to load the top of the black stopper to the line that you want to use for your dose. You do not want to you do not want to try to load it or read it from the bottom of the black. You want to read it from the top of the black plunger. So once you know what dose you need, you're going to go ahead and place the needle into the rubber stopper. You're going to go ahead and then flip it around. You're going to go ahead and then pull the plunger backwards to load the medication into the syringe. And I'm going to show you an example of what a large air bubble looks like. And I'm just going to disconnect this from the bottle so you can see more clearly. But to exaggerate to you, this is a very large air bubble that is existing in this top portion. This bottom portion has fluid in it, but in the top 20 units, this is all air. So what we're going to try to do here is just flick it like this, try to get all the air out, and you can see that we're then able to load the medication properly. So just as an example for you, I'm going to load up 10 units exactly so you can see what 10 units looks like. Hopefully you're going to be able to see that clearly on your screen, and I'll rotate it for you. You can see here 10. The plunger is at the top. Reading at the top of the black plunger will be at 10. So this is going to be our 10 units. Depending on your anatomy, you may be circumcised or uncircumcised. I do think that it is helpful if you are uncircumcised to go ahead and expose the head of the penis by pulling your shaft skin backwards. The benefit of that is that you're going to be able to hold the glands or the head of the penis and be able to have good traction with it. If you're just holding your foreskin, then you're not actually applying any traction to your penis. And the benefit of applying traction to your penis is that you're going to have some turgor or some rigidity to the penis to allow the needle to be able to enter a little bit more easily. You also want to take a look at the anatomy of your belly. Some patients have a large, what we call pannus, or extra tissue above the penis area. So you don't want to inject into that extra tissue area because the medicine is not going to do anything. You want to make sure that you're getting a clear view of that penile shaft. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to perform the injection right-handed. And at least in my practice, I recommend my patients to first using their dominant hand for the first couple injections so that they know that they are doing the injection with the best technique. Over time, once my patients are better and more facile about how to use the injections, then I encourage them to actually inject from the other side or the left side of the penis as well. And remember, you also don't want to inject exactly in the exact same place of the penis each and every time, even though it's easy. Performing the injection in the exact same area can result in scar tissue and can develop into curvature of the penis. So that's why you want to move along the length of your penis and even flip to the other side as we discussed. But try not to do that at the beginning because you're just trying to learn the basics. And if you flip-flop back and forth, then that gets confusing and that puts your technique into potentially one of the reasons as to maybe why you're not getting a good response from the medication. So once again, we're going to go ahead and grab the head of the penis and stretch that. This is 12 o'clock on the penis. This is the neurovascular bundle. We want to stay away from that area. This is the 6 o'clock side below the penis. This is where your urine comes out from. You don't want to inject in that area either. So if we had an alcohol swab, we would go ahead and clean that area. And my recommendation for you the first time you try to perform these injections is to try to hold the needle like a dart. A lot of the time, the first time you hold a needle, you're going to actually put your thumb here. But what's going to happen is that you try to inject this into the penis, you're going to start shooting the medication out, and then you're going to waste it or maybe not inject the exact amount that you need. So hold it like a dart. As you're lining up, remember, you want to be perpendicular to the penis. You don't want to be parallel to the penis. You want to be perpendicular. And remember the sweet spots. So on this penis, we're going to enter around 10 o'clock on the clock face. And before we just inject it, we're going to make sure that our alignment is good. We're going to make sure everything is positioned well. And then we're going to go ahead and enter the needle directly into the penis. This is a very short, thin needle. So my recommendation in these types of circumstances is to just go ahead and inject the whole needle. You're not going to injure the penis by doing so if you're following directions properly. By putting the whole needle in, you're also going to ensure that you're putting the needle directly into the meat of the corpora, and it's going to go where it needs to go. So now this is the opportunity to then put your thumb onto the plunger and then inject the medication slowly into your penis, and then go ahead and slowly withdraw. You may notice that you may have a small dot of a blood drop. You can go ahead and clean that with the alcohol swab as well as hold pressure. The one thing I want to point out here is that this is a combined syringe and needle. So this needle really can't come off with pressure. But there are some needles where the needle is actually separate from the syringe. And if you try to inject the medicine too fast or too quick, it will just come in between the needle and the syringe, and therefore you won't deliver the medication directly into the penis as you were hoping. For some patients, they do need to, or they may benefit from grooming the area so they have good exposure of the penile shaft as well. And remember, as we discussed, you also want to have good needle safety, not just for you, but for the people around you, as well as the people who are going to take care of these long-term as well. So when you are able to order these medications, it's best to use a needle box. This helps to keep your sharps safe and keep others safe, and you can just drop it in that way. You can often take these to your doctor's office or even some public areas to dispose of them once they're done, so that no one will be injured by that. And that's how we do our injections.
If you'd like to learn more about injection therapy, you do have a few options. There will also be more resources in the Resource Center on menmd.com. You can visit this page to view instructional videos, guides, expert articles, and more. You can also call MenMD at 857-233-5837, or if you'd like to get your question answered, you can log into the MenMD portal to schedule an appointment with a personal health assistant. If you're interested in any of the injection accessories that you learned about tonight on the webinar, you can purchase these accessories on the shop page on menmd.com. I'd like to thank everyone again for attending tonight's webinar, and we hope to see you at the next one.
If you found this video helpful and want to stay in the loop with our growing men's health community, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to be notified when new content is available. Your support makes it easier for other men like you to find these helpful resources. Thanks again for watching. We hope to see you again.